And yeah, I'm going to tap it with the hammer. See. Go away, bug. Hey, it's actually going in there, but it's not going straight, and that is not good. That's just as crooked. Let's straighten it up. I believe they can be driven in that way. A little more solid work surface there. Cool. And actually, I bet if you put some washers on there and put the lug nut on there, you could pull it in that way too. I've never done this. It's like build a hub. Well, actually, that's in there now. Way cool. Okay. Easier than I thought. Okay. I've got them all in. And they're tight. They went in straight. Yeah, that worked out real good. I'm excited about that grease fitting. That's going to be sweet. Never had that option before. Okay, had to think this through for a minute and remember how I did this. Last time I totally rebuilt a wheel hub was on the Ford F-150. So at this point, that's the outer race right there. It has to be driven in because it's a very tight fit and you want it tight. Now, the mistake I made on that Ford was I put grease on here thinking that would help. Wrong. Grease is too thick. That's how tight this is. You do want some lubricant, but you want something thin like WD-40. So, this can's about empty, but I want to get a little bit on here. Yeah, that'll work. Rub it around it like that. Okay. Wipe that clean and put a little bit in there, like that. Okay, wiping a little bit of that. WD-40 is very thin. It won't, but it'll give me a little bit of slickness. Now the trick here is to get this thing started straight. Okay. And then the old mechanic's trick was go find a socket that's large enough to line up perfectly on it. And line it up. Hold it pressed down. You don't want it to bounce. Alright, got it centered, press down, and hit it. Because you are literally driving that race into that area that's designed to receive it. You'll feel it when it gets solid. I can feel it still moving. There it went. That's solid. That's it, Mom. Go. Thank you. Alright, run that around there like that. Okay. Take it and get it centered like that. Thank you. Alright, same trick. You want to take that socket and get it centered and press down, because the worst thing that can happen is for it to bounce. So get it centered, and again you want to be, it's got to be right. If it's too big, you'll mess up the hub. If it's too small, you'll mess up the race. So get it centered and then press down and keep pressure on it and hit it. You'll feel it when it gets to the bottom, and I'm a long ways away from it, but it's gotten a little bit crooked with me, so I need to get it straightened up. I'm still moving every time I hit it. And we're very close now. That was solid. I felt the bounce back on it. I want to hit it one more time. That's solid. See, this all got started when I bought my new tires. Found out that the hub here was all messed up, so we're up to the point now where we'll get this tire off. Alright, tire, where do you want to live? Guess you'll live over here. Alright. See how messed up that is? I mean, that's way wrong. Way wrong. Alright, there's the old bearings. Gotta reuse that piece, don't lose it. And see, that was the race that just fell out because it was messed up big time. I mean, totally messed up. You take it and rub it like I'm doing across that edge, it'll pack it down in there some more. That grease right there is worthless inside of that hole, but you want it in the bearing. And I'm good with that. Now, I want to capture this right here. Okay, now I'm just going to wipe this excess off that I got a little sloppy around here on. There. Now we'll put that grease seal. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Okay, that looks a lot better. Oh yeah. Let's set this bearing down, probably right here. Get to the center, slide up. There it went, fit right on there. Perfect. And another piece of trash fell out of there. But when everything goes together right, and you bring it over here and it's all clean, you'll feel it slide right on there. Now, take this little bearing. Dagnabbit, I don't want that back in there. Get off my hand. Thank you. Slip him up in here like that. And lift up ever so slightly so that goes in. And push. Wipe off that. And then get this metal piece. Make sure that piece catches the slot. And then this piece. All right. That right there feels good. That's the way a brand new one is supposed to feel. There's a little bit of play there. But you want a little bit of play. You don't want that sucker overly tight. Right, that's actually so tight I can't turn it right there. That's way too tight. So back off just a little bit like that. Hot diggity dog, brand new. Well, I was going to show you what shut me down last night. I was out here working on this. I had this project on the list of things to do for a long time. And had the parts sitting on the shelf. And thought I had the right parts. But here's what happened. All right, right now with this up on the jack, this piece right here, the bushings in here are worn. So this just slides down. And you can see right here how it slid down. So I didn't catch it last night when this piece right here was actually too long that way. So when I had it all put back together and let it down off the jack, thank God I looked at it and I saw that this piece right here was sitting on top of this. Now, how much was it too long? Well, here's the best representation I can give you. That's a caliper, and if the camera will focus on it, it was 80 thousandths of an inch too long. And that was enough to just totally mess this thing up. So anyhow, here's the one that I have finished and got back together. And if you look in here, you see it's a lot closer. But what we had to do, I carried both of the parts this morning over to local machine shop. Fellow over there is real good. Now I had no idea he was going to jump right up and go to work on it. But he did, and for that I was mighty appreciative. But he went to this surface here, and we milled off the, well, I stood and watched. He milled off the 80 thousandths of an inch, that little bit right there that you're seeing on this calipers, and that made them fit. Turns out this is a heavy duty. It's a little thicker right in here, a little thicker right in here than the old originals down here that I'm throwing away because they're all wore out. They're just messed up. But that dimension difference right here made them unusable. And thank God he always provides a way of escape. So I was able to get this resolved, and now I can have these new hubs on my little Ford 4000 tractor. So I'll get this last one on here and pretty much be done with the project. I think I got totally frustrated last night with this. Hadn't been that frustrated in a long time, but found a solution, found a way of escape, got out of it. Yeah, 80 thousandths of an inch there. That little bit right there, just enough to destroy it. Well, people, thanks for watching.